I'm Kate.
I'm Matt.
And we are Flynn's on the Fly. Oh, you didn't do the sound effect. I thought you did the sound.
There was a delay. Camera delay.
Oh, so the end of the last update we gave you, we were at Papallacta.
That was nice.
It was amazing. We really hoped that we were going to get another month out of traveling around out of that, kind of refill our reserves, and we didn't. It got us 2 more weeks, and we realized when we were looking at going to Baños that we just didn't care about waterfalls anymore.
We were burned.
So it didn't seem like a good time to try to push through. We see you know, the van lifers, you travel adventurers, touring around the world, going from one place to the next. Good on you. We salute you.
You guys got skills.
Yes, we do not.
We're not that hardcore.
So we made it to Otavalo and a couple other places around Quito, and then we both woke up one morning and we're like,
let's go.
It's time.
Yep.
Cuenca bound. That kind of lifestyle was just a little exhausting. We're tired of living out of suitcases. We're eating out every meal, literally just until like last night. Last night we cooked our first meal in our apartment, so we were pretty happy about that. And it gets, even I tried to rationalize the cost of the meals, thinking, well, in the States, this would be twice as much or 3 times as much. But when you're eating out every single meal, it doesn't matter how cheap it is.
It just loses the allure too.
Yeah.
And you're on the go all the time. On the go all the time. All go. It's too much for us.
For me to be thinking I'm ready to do my own laundry and cook my own meals. That tells you how exhausted we were, because I don't like to cook who likes to do laundry, but it's nice to do it the way you want it done, of course.
Yep.
So we did some research and decided, because we had so many bags, that it would be best to do a private shuttle from Cuenca, or from Quito to Cuenca. And how did that work out for us?
It was death-defying. We thought we could die at any moment. The little van that we rode in with just us, it was our private shuttle, and our 8 bags. It's all mountain roads from Quito to Cuenca, and it's death-defying. And
I think the tour company that we found, I think that they call it, if you make it there alive and with all your stuff, it's like
it's a success.
That's a success. What is your problem? What are you complaining about?
Yeah. Give us a review. Give us a good review.
It was such a strange experience, because the drivers didn't speak English, which is fine, but they didn't even try to speak to us in English. In Spanish. They didn't even try to converse with us in Spanish. We got to pee one time in an 8-hour drive, and that was an hour and a half
That's
into
when they had to get fuel.
Because they had to get gas. Yeah. There was a roadblock check where the police check your papers and everything, and they had to pee, so they just get out and pee on the side of the road, no problem. And then they're switching back and forth, driving. We go somewhere, one driver gets out, and it's bye, good luck.
Adios, ciao.
Good luck. And we were a little salty because they didn't even ask us, do you want to stop for lunch? Nothing. And then we realized it's because we probably would have thrown up, and they would have had to
blown chunks everywhere.
They would have had to clean up. So the moral of the story is, there are places to be cheap or frugal, and then there are places to just not be. To ship your luggage, fly on the plane, have your luggage delivered to you.
It wasn't so much that we were trying to be cheap. It's just because of all the bags. Yeah. We knew it would be a pain in the ass to try to fly with all those bags. The flight is quick.
Well, you can't fly with all those. Domestic travel has a 2-bag, maybe a 1-bag checked luggage limit.
Anyway.
So you have to ship your bags on a Serbian Trega or something like that.
Or some other bus or something.
Which is apparently really reliable and worth any extra money that would have cost. So
next time.
If you're I like to live life on the edge, man, and you don't care that they're passing on the blind side around the curves, and you want to see the countryside of Ecuador because it is stunningly beautiful, then by all means, get yourself a private shuttle.
Or if you want to just find out how fast a minivan that's probably a late model minivan can take a curve, That's your ride.
We were really surprised there weren't parts just flying out. Like they were asking way more from that van than the van could afford to give.
The van
It's not going to make it. It took a few years off its life, for
That's
sure.
funny.
So we made it, and will we ever do that again?
No. Hell no. Hell no.
No, we won't.
Nope.
So, after, the first 24 hours in Cuenca, the memory of the bus started to fade because Cuenca's
cool. Cuenca's beautiful.
super cool.
We started a new hashtag. It's hashtag Cuenca cool. So when you see it, you know it was started by us.
There you have it. You
Flags
heard it
on
here
the fly.
first.
We're claiming it.
Yeah. So we got to a new city, and I thought, I'll get my hair cut, if you noticed, right? Said I wanted bangs. She cut the bangs, and then I immediately did not want them anymore. So that was kind of funny. But now I'm stuck with them. So there you go. It was kind of cool, though. We went to a mentalist show in Cuenca. I made the appointment with the lady. We went to this show, and she was there. I ended up meeting her there, and I was like, hey, I have an appointment with you tomorrow. So that was kind of cool. And we met a couple friends there, Cheryl and Thais, our first two friends in Cuenca. So that was fun.
After a couple weeks, because the first initial impressions of Cuenca, it's just so much different than Quito. The size, the roads, the amount of greenery that's everywhere, the walkability. There was a lot of big differences in Cuenca to Quito.
Yeah, because we want to be able to walk everywhere. We want to be in a walkable neighborhood. That freaking means you're walking everywhere.
Everywhere.
And it's not like you're going to go to the grocery store and then over here and then over there. These are like you get one shot and then you have to come home and unload your stuff. So.
But where we are right now, where we moved to, where we're renting, the big grocery store for like special things is 7 minutes away.
It's a 7-minute walk.
So
then you get a cab ride back to unload all your stuff. And we do really like being able to walk everywhere. My feet have just been killing me, so I got some things to figure out there. But we're glad that we're in a walkable neighborhood. So we looked at several apartments, and that in and of itself is kind of exhausting a little bit when you're ready to get out of a hotel. We looked at this one in Gringolandia, which go ahead and laugh at the name. I didn't want to live there just because of the name, but it was super cool. It was big, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, private balcony. I walked in and I said, done. Where do we sign? But we had one more place we were supposed to look at, and it almost didn't even happen at all. She sent us a Google Pin, and we were both tired, but then she texts back, the realtor texts back and says, I'm coming to pick you guys up. And I'm like, okay, I guess we're going to see one more spot.
Yep.
And then?
The clouds parted, the angels sang. The smallest place that we looked at became our next place to live. Killer location, cool building, but it's a small place. This is a 2-1. So we're adjusting to small house living, small apartment living.
Yeah, it's not just the size. I think is okay. It's just in the main living areas. There are no windows.
Welcome to El Barranco living. One full bath. One bedroom with all our stuff. Built-in closets.
You'll be free. Go.
It's our little patio. We got a little washer and dryer back there in the compact kitchen. This is the other bedroom. How's it look, Kate?
Looks small.
It's pequeño. Pequeña.
It's in the neighborhood we wanted to be in, though.
We'll see how it goes. Getting into the place took us longer, so we had to stay in our hotel longer than we wanted to.
We were there almost 3 weeks.
Which was what it was.
It was a nice place. We highly recommend it. It was just a suitcase thing. We didn't,
living out of a suitcase still,
Yeah.
even though you're staying in a hotel and you're getting free breakfast. And
I do think they were going to miss us a little bit, though. It was like, became our spot.
we were the
They were a little
gringos
sad
that
to
never
see us
left. Yeah.
So, we're 2 months in, just over 2 months in.
Yeah.
And we're at this weird transition point between, you know, this grand adventure and exploration and, okay, what is
Kind of
real
like an
life?
extended vacation too. It's like
Yeah.
extended vacation to what is a new life in Ecuador, in Cuenca, Ecuador specifically, exactly.
And what is that going to look like?
And we don't know, but we only know that we are in a place that we rented for the next year. And
We did want to mention, you know, physical changes. If you guys want a whole video on digestion, you just let me know.
you don't.
Some of you might not be able to handle,
You don't.
can't handle the truth. It has
Yeah.
been a long, bumpy road between, you know, parasites, bladder infections, other things that, you know, if you really want to know, we'll mention, but,
The D.
and the H. And we're happy to say we finally feel like we're making it through to the other side of that.
Right. There's
Fingers
definitely
crossed.
some physical changes that you go through to adjust
Yeah.
in a new country with new foods and new waters, and it's different, but it's doable.
We're getting there. And we do feel like we're adjusting to the altitude too. Like, you know, we don't feel our heart racing, we don't have headaches,
Right.
we're not nearly as out of breath as
Except when
We
you
were
go up, if
before.
you go up a bunch of steps, you're still out of breath.
some
There's
of
just
the
no way
locals
around
are
it.
too. So
Yeah.
that makes us feel a little better. We really haven't plugged into too much community yet.
We've met more people here, of course, than we did in Quito, just because of the situation and knowing we were going to stay here probably. And you know, there's a pickleball group. There's some more AA meetings that I've gone to here, and there's just we've gone to some outings with other gringos that have been. There's more.
Yeah.
There's more like community
There's
nightlife.
more of us here for sure.
Yeah.
Not that we only want to be friends with gringos. It's just sometimes it's nice when you're, you know, to see somebody that looks like you and speaks your language. And
But it's easier too, because these things are like posted on Facebook or Gringo
Yeah.
Post or whatever. So there's
a
more.
lot more connection
There's
between
more
expats.
happenings. Yeah.
here.
So it makes it easier. So we've met more people. You know, we're not like part of anybody's family yet, but we have met more people and made more connections. You know, and now then. And you do tend to run into people. You know, Cuenca's big-ish, but it's not that big. So it seems like a small town in a way, because no matter what, you still run into the people, you know, here and there, which is neat and kind of. But I guess everybody knows your business too, so you get what you get.
We are excited because tomorrow we're going on a 5-day yoga retreat in the Yungia Yungia?
Yeah,
Something like that.
someplace close.
It's a little lower in elevation. It's close by. It's only like 45 minutes away, but it's warmer. There's a pool. We're going to do yoga every day and eat vegan, plant-based food. And I'm really looking at that as an opportunity for a reset, a grounding, a refocusing. What is it that I'm doing with my life kind of thing.
Yeah, it'll be a good transition time from, like we said, our never-ending vacation to what is real life now.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add?
Throw some comments down below if there's something that you want to know or see different or have some other questions. We'll do it up. We're backlogged on videos. We're trying to get as many videos out as we can, but
Yeah, we still got at least 1 or 2 more coming on the Galapagos. So stay tuned for those. We'll put a link up in the description. You know how to do that, right?
yeah,
See everybody else do.
you'll see how Kate got the new scar and the new tattoo.
Stay tuned. We're totally making that up. All right, friends. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to give us a like, a comment, a share, a subscribe, ring the bell, all that good stuff.
Yep.
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Whoop.
Ciao.
It's on the fly.